Speaking of censorship, Elon Musk is at war with Australia. I know. Bear with me, folks, because I got a video of an unhinged Australian senator, and this is from her way back in 2020 during the pandemic. But apparently, Australia wants to hold Elon Musk accountable, and for, I guess, showing a violent video. So the video in question, and I will not be playing it, has to deal with the stabbing of a priest who was giving a sermon, and that video went viral all over social media. So for all of you, let's first pull up this article and just address it. So Elon Musk accuses Australia of censorship after court bans violent video. So Australia tech billionaire Elon Musk accused Australia of censorship after an Australian judge ruled that its social media platform X must block users worldwide from accessing video of a bishop being stabbed in a Sydney church. The Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese, responded Tuesday by describing Musk as an arrogant billionaire. I've got my criticism of Elon Musk too, but I think this is a bridge too far by the Australian government. By the way, shouldn't you guys be more worried about freeing Julian Assange and worried about Elon Musk? Because you know Elon Musk is going to run with this, right? Anyways, who considered himself above the law, was out of touch with the public. Xcore, the tech company rebranded in 2023 by Musk after he bought Twitter, announced last week it would fight in court Australian orders to take down posts relating to a knife attack on Bishop Mari Emmanuel in an Assyrian Orthodox church as service was being streamed online on April 15th. The material was geo-blocked from Australia, but available elsewhere. But the regulator that made the orders, Australia's E-Safety Commission, which describes itself as the world's first government agency dedicated to keeping people safer online, that is the dumbest thing I ever heard. I understand that there must be safety and guidelines, but here's the thing, okay? That was a major news event. And you just can't go ahead, start saying what people can and cannot see, all right? Obviously, there has to be age restriction. Obviously, there's things that people must do to protect young people from seeing controversial stuff here. But when it comes down to dedicating oneself to keeping people safer online, the last entity I'm going to trust is the government, be it the Australian government or the United States American government. Because after their warpath on TikTok, what does that tell you about how governments view social media? Continuing on. Successfully applied to the federal court in Sydney for a temporary global ban on sharing the video of the bishop being stabbed. In an after-hours hearing Monday, Justice Jeffrey Kent suppressed the footage from all X users until Wednesday, when an application for a permanent ban will be heard. Hours later, Musk posted on his personal X account a cartoon that depicted a fork in the road with one path leading to free speech and truth and the other leading to censorship and propaganda, to which I've seen that post as well. Elon, you have shadow banned and censored many people on the left and the right since you have acquired X as well. Come on. There's a lot of good content creators who I know who are involved in independent media, including good outstanding reporter Kit Clarenberg, no relation, by the way, who's also been kicked off of X. So what's going on with that? Musk cited Albanese telling reporters Monday that the other social media platforms had largely complied with the regulators' orders to take violent content down. I'd like the moment to thank the Prime Minister for informing the public that this platform is the only truthful one, Musk posted. Again, Albanese berated Musk in several television interviews Tuesday. We'll do what's necessary to take on this arrogant billionaire who thinks he's above the law, but also above common decency. So, government official versus Elon Musk. Okay. The idea that someone would go to court for the right to put up violent content on a platform shows how out of touch Mr. Musk is. Social media have social responsibility with it. Now, the reason why I am really concerned about the actions of this Australian prime minister is because when it comes down to violent content, okay, this is also the potential door opening to silence and suppress controversial imagery coming out from Gaza or any other war theater. Now, look, the imagery that we've seen in Gaza or any of these other conflict zone areas, such as in Ukraine or in Yemen and Gaza, are difficult to watch and see. But when you have government entities and corporations removing them from the public, sounds very 1984 to me. There wouldn't be a massive outrage movement right now and protest movement happening were we not able to see the images of men, women, and children starving in Gaza. Seeing the horrific actions of the IDF celebrating and doing cringe videos dancing while they're launching artillery strikes or airstrikes into civilian locations. Say what you will about Elon Musk. I have my criticism of him too, but if the Australian government is really successful in trying to suppress this any kind of violent imagery, that means any kind of newsworthy event, especially those that have controversial images or videos being played in them, will be denied to the public. And a public, especially those that live in a democracy or a republic, have the right to know what is going on. I want to pull up this video here. Let's go ahead and play it.
Elon Musk lashed out at Australia's Prime Minister on Tuesday. That's after a court ordered his social media company X to take down footage of an alleged terrorist attack in Sydney. The ruling, Musk said on X, meant that any country could control, quote, the entire internet. The post came after an overnight hearing in which Australia's federal court ordered X to temporarily hide videos of the incident a week earlier, in which a teenager was charged with terrorism for knifing an Assyrian priest and others. X said it had already blocked the post from Australian users, but Australia's e-safety commissioner had said the content should be taken down since it showed explicit violence. Although Musk wrote in another post that X had made the attack footage, quote, inaccessible to Australian IP addresses, a Reuters reporter in Australia was able to view the video. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese hit back at Musk hours later.
Well, this guy is showing his arrogance. He's a billionaire over there in the United States who thinks he's above Australian law. This isn't about censorship. It's about common sense and common decency. And Elon Musk should show some.
The standoff is the most recent front in the battle between the world's largest internet platforms and countries and nonprofits seeking more oversight of the content hosted on them. Last month, a U.S. judge threw out a lawsuit by X against a hate speech watchdog. In Australia, the e-safety commissioner fined X last year for failing to cooperate with a probe on anti-child abuse practices, which X is currently fighting in court. Spokespeople for X and the e-safety commissioner were not immediately available for comment.
Now, when you have people trying to control a platform, now Elon Musk, the way he's been controlling X, it's no different than the previous management. But I am concerned about the overall reach that government authorities can provide as well. I'm not going to trust the government to do the right thing. I don't trust any institution to do the right thing, especially since Australia has one of its own citizens, a whistleblower, who, were he not able to successfully show the imagery of war crimes taking place, we would never know. Now, the imagery of the bishop being stabbed, horrifying to look at. But this path that the Australian government is taking, especially trying to remove that kind of video, taking it down off of social media, what else will they do? What else will they take down? This isn't about taking sides. This is more of taking the side of what happens when the government starts getting its way and the institutions and the neoliberal system further intertwines itself with everything that we do on social media. We already know that there's suppression. We already know there's shadow banning. But this legally could open up a gateway in which there is no return whatsoever. So I want to pull up this video here of an Australian senator. The third video in question, I will try and keep it together, but boy, oh boy, is she raging out at anyone who didn't take the vaccine. But here in this video, she talks about how she's quitting X. No one quits X. No one quits Twitter, okay? It's like a drug. No one quits.
The alleged attack, and Elon Musk really showing contempt for the government and its approach on this issue. What's your take on the tech billionaire?
So when it comes to the tech billionaire, like I've already said, I think he's a social media knob with no social conscience. He has absolutely no social conscience. Someone like that should be in jail and the key be thrown away. That bloke should not have a right to be out there on his own ideology platform and creating hatred. showing all this stuff out there to our kids and doing all the rest. I'm very interested to watch what the US is going to do with TikTok and how far that they can do.
And you see, she's saying, hey, throw Elon Musk behind bars and throw away the key. And now also dealing with TikTok too. She's looking at what the United States government's doing to TikTok. This is not a good thing. All right, I got my criticism to Elon Musk. Hell, I had my criticism for the previous management of Twitter. All right, I got my criticisms of all these institutions. But when the government comes in, all big and bad, and saying, oh, we're going to take care of you people. No, it is a way to shut everyone up. This isn't a good thing. And this lady, by the way, hold on. I want to make sure I get this person. Furthermore, ASMR, Australia is authoritarian. Remember how insane they were during COVID? Oh, I found a video, my friend. I found a video of this person in particular. Now, I'll try and keep a straight face, but the way she's yelling, it's like I can't do it. I'm sorry.
We're trying to get rid of that platform as well. So I think we're all watching on the United States at the moment to see what they're doing. But seriously, if we can move, and if that means in the next sitting that we can shut him down from doing this, because this is
happy to kick them out?
disgraceful.
You keep the platform out?
I don't give a stuff about the platform. I'm happy to go off the platform today, to be honest with you. I already have a list of all you journalists. I don't even know why we're on the platform. But I say this to everybody.
There's many reasons why people are on X. You know, to get informed, to communicate with people of different thoughts and opinions, to understand. And then also the shit talk, slap around, laugh at people, joke on people, go on flame wars, you know, see some crazy things. You know, there's a whole treasure trove of reasons why people are on X. All right. You can't quit it. It's like a drug. By the way, I paused her perfectly where she looks like a Saturday morning cartoon villain.
Else, I'll be switching off X today. I'll be doing that before I get to the airport this afternoon. And I suggest that the other
bad cookies. When Kit said many people are on X, I thought he meant the dwugs. The dwugs? Is that what you thought? How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? Get up, go see the White House counselor.
226, there's 227 members of parliament do the same thing and show them that you mean business. Because when you want to lead by example, it has to happen from here. It has to happen from here. So start switching off X. Start throwing it back at him. But we've got to start from here.
Oh, no, duh, bad cookies. I see that. Hold on. Let's rewind this. Distracting me.
Switching off X today. I'll be doing that before I get to the airport this afternoon. And I suggest that the other 226, there's 227 members of parliament do the same thing and show them that you mean business. Because when you want to lead by example, it has to happen from here. It has to happen from here. So start switching off X. Start throwing it back at him. But we've got to start from here.
Jackie Lambie, David Pocock, great to see you both. And happy birthday, David.
Oh, cheers.
Now, she comes off as this great titan, you know, somebody who wants to just look out for other people. Well, listen, folks, we're gonna do a little bit of a time travel. The time of the pandemic. Remember that? 2020? I'm gonna try and keep a straight face, but listen, this I got my problems with social media, the corporations, the people running it. But I will be damned if I look at any government official and think, oh, you have my best interest at heart. Listen very carefully. This is a person who said, put Elon Musk behind bars. Whatever your opinions are of him, this lady's a little bit kind of off the edge right here.
Let's be clear. I don't want people being forced to get vaccinated. I don't think we should ever do that. But I think there's a world of difference between opposing that and supporting this damn bill. This bill says the freedom of unvaccinated is more important than the freedom of the vaccinated. Really? It says that...
I feel like a kid being yelled at right now, and I'm just like laughing at her. Don't worry, I'm gonna probably get like a stapler thrown at my head.
9 in 10 Australian adults who have gone out and got the jab don't get a choice themselves. that we don't have a choice to keep COVID out of our work sites, our aged care homes, our pubs, our cafes, our houses, away from our kids. It says some people should be allowed to make consequence-free decisions, that some people should be able to yell fire in a crowded room and get away with it scot-free. I don't think so. Not on my watch.
Oh my God, she's staring like right at us, like right into our soul. Like easy, easy. I didn't say all that. Just come on, take it easy, lady.
Here's the thing. Being held accountable for your own actions isn't called discrimination. It's called being, you wouldn't believe it, a goddamn bloody adult. That's right as being an adult. It's putting others before yourself. And that's what this country's supposed to be about. We don't have lockdowns and border restrictions because state premiers love discrimination. That's rubbish. We have them because state premiers don't want people dying. Because they don't want to be playing Russian roulette with their own people's lives. That's why they're doing it. That is why they're doing it.
Calm down, lady. Here, have a Snickers bar.
One Nation is the champion for the right for unvaccinated, COVID-carrying mainlanders to come to Tasmania and create an outbreak. I don't think so. I don't think so. It's not going to happen under my watch, and I doubt very much if it's going to happen under Premier Gutwin's watch. We're not going to stand for it. The way out of lockdowns and restrictions is vaccinations because there is nothing else on the table. Let's be honest about that.
The Jedi Rebellion will be crushed. We'll reorganize and create the first galactic empire. See, I told you this. I told you this segment was going to be funny. I told you, right? Now, I don't know what's going to happen in regards to Elon Musk taking on the Australian government. But if this is their fighter, this story will be pure gold. All right? Now, she said she quit Twitter. She said she quit the X. But something tells me she's going to come right on back.
It's how we protect ourselves and it's how we protect each other. It's how we stand together. It's how we fight back. It is the only weapon we have. And we need to do everything we possibly can to keep ourselves safe, our kids safe, our grandchildren safe, and our friends and family. That's what we need to do. Sometimes sacrifices have to be made.
I will raise a grand army of clones to fight for the Republic. Now, anyways, I go too far. I go too far. She's staring. Oh my God. Wow. I paused her at a horrible time too. She is staring right at us. It's almost like she's like, how dare you pause? She gives off that Australian Karen vibe. I've been seeing a lot of you in the comment section saying that. Sacrifices have to be made.
They have to be made. You are patriots. We should be celebrating vaccinated Australians. You're fighting for our freedoms to take control of our lives again. That's what you're doing. And good on you. It's a proud day for you today, and so it should be. Good on you for showing the courage to do so. You're the best we have. You are the frontline fighters, and you're displaying the kind of quality that makes this country the great country it is. Because that's what it takes, sacrifice.
Now you go take that hill. Mastermind Hour, Hob, Big Basil, Daniel, Freddie G, boot up and suit up. Take that hill.
I was brought up in believing in responsibility to look after people that can't look after themselves and that nobody owes you anything. So go out and earn what you want. Go out there and earn it. This bill flies in the face of all of that, and that's why I absolutely oppose every bit of it.
How much do you oppose of it?
All of that, and that's why I absolutely oppose every bit of it.
How much?
In the face of all of that, and that's why I absolutely oppose every bit of it. Flies in the face of all of that, and that's why I absolutely oppose every bit of it. Flies in the face of all of that, and that's why I absolutely oppose every bit of it.
I should be better, but I'm not. And the only reason why I played that clip, whoa, holy shit! I just looked at the way the video paused. It's still like staring at us as she's sitting down, like she's looking right at us. Okay, got to get that nightmare out. The reason why I play that is because this is the same person who wants to put Elon Musk behind bars, who wants to regulate and control X. And I get it. Every single social media platform has its problems. X, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, you name it, okay? But when you have politicians like this, who especially go on unhinged rants, especially during the height of the pandemic, saying, hey, no, we're going to be controlling what you guys do. How dare you be free and make your own choice? Well, then, sorry to tell this to you, lady, but I don't trust any government. I don't trust the U.S. government coming after TikTok. I sure as hell I'm not going to trust the Australian government going after X. There are a lot of problems on X and many social media platforms, but the involvement of government restricting what you can and cannot see is a problem. Now, yes, there are some things that are pretty horrible. Now, things I can't say on YouTube because that will get us shadow banned. Eh? Even though we are a media outlet, I mean, way to go. Well, whatever. If Australia is successful, who is to say other governments won't be able to dictate or determine what else shouldn't be seen, like government corruption, war crimes, abuse of power, natural disasters, anything of that nature? These institutions, these governments want to control people. And I encourage everyone to keep your heads on a swivel. As much as I want to say that perhaps this is all just going to disappear, it won't. Unfortunately, it won't. And so, as a final note, I'll just pull this up here. More so as more media outlets are covering this, Australian Prime Minister labels Elon Musk as an arrogant billionaire who thinks he's above the law. I don't trust governments or politicians to be speaking for us on issues when it comes down to free speech, nor do I trust billionaires like Elon Musk who promote themselves as individuals of free, or promoting themselves as individuals who believe in free speech. If you're a free speech absolutist, X would not be going after so many good reporters and journalists who do fantastic work. And so I oppose censorship by corporations, and I oppose censorship by governments. And in fact, I think this sums it up perfectly well, because we might as well end this at least on a high note. How much are you opposed to it?
I absolutely oppose every bit of it.
Thank you. Thank you for that.